lovely people, and welcome back with Kat. Today's scenery is a little bit different. I am not in my kitchen, but I thought I would just share with you a 2-month update on the carnivore diet, just simply my overall results thus far on this way of eating. Now that it's been over 2 months, I wanted to share with you that I am still seeing so many positive results in every aspect of my life, and so just wanted to share with you a little bit more as far as what those positive results look like. Number one, I am not eating 3 meals a day. I am not eating snacks. I am down to 2 meals a day right now. Now, this isn't to say that I am restricting myself to 2 meals only. This isn't to say that I don't eat more when I'm hungry, but for the most part, I have noticed in my life that I am just eating twice. When I wake up, I do not eat immediately. I will go straight for my first cup of coffee, but it's really just around 11:30 till noon where I'm having my first meal. And then I'll eat again. It's been very inconsistent timing, I've noticed. I just wait till I'm noticeably hungry, and that'll usually fall between like 7-8 o'clock. So I'm only eating twice. I'm finding a lot of versatility, as hopefully you can see in the videos I'm putting out with recipes. There's a lot I haven't shared yet, and I'm eager to. In addition to finding versatility in my foods, one thing I am noticing is just my body responding differently to dairy. Now, I still love butter. Butter does not upset my stomach at all, so you will find me putting that on everything. One thing I am noticing is with aged cheese, specifically Parmesan. I haven't explored other categories of cheese, but Parmesan cheese I have noticed has been upsetting my stomach, and I'm not really responding too well to it, which is unfortunate because I love cheese and I've kind of used that as my safeguard, if you will. Another difference that I've noticed is if I don't eat beef at least one meal a day, if I'm not having beef, then I am noticing that I am not as satiated. I'm noticing that I'm not as refueled. I'm noticing that I'm not as energetic for the day, which is crazy. I think there was one specific week where 3 days in a row I was having probably hot dogs and eggs as my first meal, and then later in the evening I would have chicken and pork belly, but nowhere in there did I have ground beef, nowhere in there did I have steak or red meat of any kind. So it wasn't until that 4th day when I had my very first meal, I had some ground beef, and I instantly felt a difference. And so I thought that was pretty remarkable to say that, hey, I noticed that there is so much versatility in this diet, which I love, but for me, I need beef of some kind at least once in my day. And I've been noticing that I'm not really responding well to chicken, so it's not something I'm actually ever craving anymore. Now, I like to add it in certain areas with recipes where I can get the extra protein kick, but by no means am I looking forward towards preparing grilled chicken or anything like that. So it's one thing I have refrained from my diet. But yeah, so those are some of the interesting finds I have noticed after the last 2 months with those particular foods. Now, this isn't a weight loss journey per se, but I have noticed that with this way of eating, I have lost around 12 pounds, and most importantly, I've seen inches melting off, which is really exciting. It's about 3 inches total that I have lost around my waist, and so I want to be upfront and honest. There have been times that I've noticed that my weight is pretty stagnant and I haven't lost anything else, and like that has been a little bit of a struggle for me, but never do I reconsider my choice in this way of eating. I feel so good. I feel so energetic. I feel so light. There is no option to go backwards for me. So to say that I have felt discouraged at some points doesn't mean I'm giving up. So, but I think it's normal to feel this way, right? Like, I have to remind myself that this isn't about numbers on a scale. You shouldn't be weighing yourself every day. I think it is pretty neat to take photos of yourself. I mean, you may just, I think the changes are significant enough that you can visually see it in the mirror, and people who know you will be able to see the difference as well. I want to be clear that you can see results in so many different ways outside of just your weight. You can see it in your measurements, you can see it in photos, you can see it in how you wake up every morning, you can see it in the way that you're excited about the day because you're so energetic and you have the ability to do everything. Another physical difference I've noticed as a result of this way of eating is my skin is feeling so clear. Normally, whenever my period comes around, so does a few pimples. And it's really interesting to see that I don't really get those hormonal changes anymore. I've never had cystic acne or an acne issue. I would get it when I'm stressed, and I would get it during those hormonal periods. And so I haven't seen either, and that's been really cool. I don't know what it is about it. Perhaps it's really just the fact that clear skin is contributed to eating a healthy diet. So I'm really excited about that. I'm trying to think what else. So another thing I have noticed is I'm so bad at taking my electrolytes. I'm still uncertain if it's something I should be taking every day or if it's just when your body needs it. Because I'm not taking my electrolytes, I am getting really bad cramps at night. I will wake up in the middle of the night and I'll feel some cramping in my legs. I'll also notice a really hot sensation on my foot. It'll last for about a few seconds, go away, and it may or may not come back, but it's the oddest feeling. It just feels as if it's physically hot to the touch, and it's just for a few seconds. So that, the combination with the tingliness, along with the cramps, I know I need to take better care of myself in terms of drinking those electrolytes when my body's asking for it. In terms of my personal life, I do get a lot of questions about this way of eating and why it matters and why it's important to me. I do feel fortunate that even though some family members may not agree with this way of eating or just find a lot of curiosity, may not understand it, are supporting me in the fact that if I come over and visit, they're very sweet enough to prepare something with meat for me. I do appreciate that. I'm hoping that you get that support as well. And, if anything, at least know you're getting it from me in this channel. And you're not alone. You're not weird. I think we're opening up our minds to see just what exactly food means and what does mealtime mean. Is it a source of entertainment like we always thought? No, not necessarily. It's just eating healthy and eating right is a form of taking care of yourself. And I think we lose that a lot, especially with how easy it is to go through a drive-thru. And when you stop to think what ingredients are in our foods, you really start to ask a lot of questions. And so it has been a very big learning experience for me, and makes me even more excited to share this way of eating. In order to really see the success of any diet, you need to allow yourself 90 days minimum to evaluate the results and see if it's something that is working for you or not. And I can excitedly say that 60 days in, I am seeing just as great positive results as I did the first week. I feel like this is such an easy thing to stick to. I love it. It's been pretty awesome. So I will be traveling for the remainder of this month. I'll be traveling on the road for over 10 hours, and at some point I'll also be leaving the country. I am also going to be sharing a future video with you and my carnivore snacks, what I take with me in the car, and show you just kind of how easy it is to stay on this diet while also exploring and having fun and going to new places you've never been to. I am nervous, but I'm also super excited. So as always, I really appreciate you guys sticking with me on this journey, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.